Hi there, Mike MacArthur from the Oshkosh Public Library here for an October edition of This Month in Library History. October 5th, 1951, library has new room for children's use. So this is important. The children's department was expanding on the second floor of the original library. Notable here is when they covered up the dome. So now you walk into the library, you look up, you can see all the way to the top of the dome. It's big and open. They put a floor over it because they needed more space. And this would be pretty common over the library's years of constantly outgrowing the space that we had. October 5th, 1984, library will begin film series. So library shows movies all the time here. It's October, so check out this lineup they had in 1984. They had The Devil Doll, Dr. X, It, Terror from Beyond Space, Them, Earth versus the Flying Saucers, Curse of Frankenstein, The Fly, and 5 Million Miles to Earth. I might bring back that exact lineup. I think all of those are in the public domain. Be a real cheap program. October 10th, 1912, Sentiment is Warm in Gift to the Library. This is the day where we got the iconic lion statues out in front of the library. Short version, they didn't have the money to buy lions in 1900, but they eventually had them donated by Colonel Hicks, publisher of the Northwestern, in 1912. So, thanks. October 10th, 1918, Will Close Normal. So that's a little confusing, the title. The normal they're referring to is the Oshkosh Normal School, what today is UWO. The state ordering the closing of the Oshkosh Normal School, UWO, to close until the Spanish influenza situation clears sufficiently to have the ban lifted. And the library also closed under that same order. October 16th, 1992, library harvest well reaped. So here's a blast from the past for those of you who remember the Friends of the Oshkosh Public Library book sales. The Friends of the Library used to do these big book sales, I'm sure everyone remembers, where you got just one big go and we had, again, thousands of titles. You got to walk through the library and pick out kind of the extra copies and donations and remove books. It was a big deal. Important in 1992 was for us to sell as many of those books as possible because we were about to move to the Radford building off Wisconsin Avenue while this building that we're in now was being renovated. And we didn't want to move any of those books there and then back. October 22nd, 1969, library resolution is dropped. So the resolution in question called for a non-involvement policy for on-duty library employees in political or religious actions. So this was in response to an event where the flag, the American flag in front of the library was lowered to half-mast. Now, the stated reason for this was to honor the fallen soldiers of Vietnam. However, there was also a protest going on that day, and some people in the community saw it as an act of solidarity with the anti-war movement. So they brought this up, and basically all the board members were like, we need to stay political, but the whole thing was very messy, and so they just kind of decided to drop it. All right, that's it.